Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. I understand that sometimes it's hard to maintain your manifestation when it seems as if everything positive and pure and every forward foot motion that you make, that you intend to bring it near, but an outside influence or stagnation or not the right time doesn't let it appear in 3D reality, like in tangible form. And sometimes that's frustrating. And well, I won't lie, it's frustrating all the time. But what I will say is that how we handle the frustration, how we alchemize the energy, how we transmute the negative into a doable solution or a new footpath leading us to maybe a grander vision. It seems like it could be taxing at times because I won't lie and I won't sugarcoat. When we put so much movement into what it is that we'd like to receive, whether it's our destined dream, our blind faith into walking a path that we're unfamiliar with, that we've not yet walked, trailblazing, if you will, there always comes a time. Oh, my nose has just been so itchy, tickly. That feather, your ancestors, and so are mine, are with me right now, encouraging me to tell you not to give up, not to count away or chalk off or say you tried and it didn't work out and you're just going to leave it be. Your spirit team wants you to transmute that energy into endurance, into resilience, into a larger, more pivoted mindset where there's something for you to gain. There's something for me to gain. There's something to be gained when we put so much effort and we know that we're going in the right direction and that we're not working out of self-indulgence, but we're working to provide universal healing and interconnected unity, if you will, within the masses in order to increase the vibration, right? So you may think that what you're doing is just laying there and it's not accumulating much of a life, much of an existence within your reality to let you see the blossom and the bloom. But that's where faith comes into play. And that's where continuing to hold on to the manifestation that you set, the motions that you're making, not to give up, not to give in. Whether you give it all you got or not, your attitude, your mind's frame, your heart space has to all be in alignment in order to see everything into into fruition. I know that I'm facing these issues right now, and I will tell you that I try real hard not to get excited and not to live in the moment of achieving what it is that I'm striving to um, implement into my life and yours. And maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong. But what I do know is that my clear intent and my dream and my desire and my goal has never swayed, it's never changed, it's advanced, it's grown, and it's enlightened not only me, but everybody within my energy. And that includes you too. Because if you're watching me, if you gain any value out of any of the messages that I'm divinely guided to send or to unpack, uncover, or share, right, with everyone everywhere, because you don't know, maybe I say something that flips a switch or turns a light on or puts motion in your energy. That's encouraging, that's uplifting, and that's united energy sharing within our connected fields. And whether or not you can see what you're striving to invite into your reality in tangible form doesn't mean that it won't come, that it's just gone, that all your efforts went to naught. It just means that it's not the right time to be revealed. And as long as you hold on to the inner knowing that what you put so much effort into, whether you used your money or your thoughts or your time or your heart or your forward motion, or if you just recognize that in order to receive something that's bigger than what you originally thought you could achieve, right? It may take a little bit of time for it to fall into place. And sometimes it's our alignment, and other times it's just not the right time. That maybe society or maybe the timeline that you're sitting on has not yet opened up the door to lead to the road right in front of you, to reveal what's behind the other door, the one that you know you need to walk through. But until you can get to that door and turn that knob, sometimes it might feel a little bit anxious, frustrating. Time is just flying by, and there's not enough, or what you consider to be substantial, accolades or tangible receipt, right? Where you can hold it in your hand, well, you could pass it around where everybody can see it. And right now I face that. I face that with my Google profile, and I face that with my online store. So the Google profile is supposed to give in-depth information about Wendy Joy, like a bio with social pictures out and about, and captions and insights, right? And direct correlation to the books that I wrote and published. And with that, I was told, just like Oprah Winfrey or Julia Roberts, or even Tom Arnold, the guy that I have showcased on my website, who actually gave me a quite nice celebrity shout out. And I said, well, this is what I expected to receive. And they said to me, well, you could be searched on Google and you could be found. And I was like, but I could have been found when searched on Google before I made this investment in furthering my reach by allowing more transparency and ability to see who I am before you, decide whether you want to talk to me or not. And they said, well, you have to pay more money for that. I was like, I already paid for that. That's what I paid for. And they're like, well, not really. And I was like, then I want a refund. Plain and simple. Oh, well, it's been a year. Well, I know, I've been waiting patiently for you to put your tail in order, telling me about how project after project have to be completed before you can't start everything. You have to start one, finish it, then go to the next, the next, the next. That's what I was told. Okay, I didn't believe in that. You've got multiple departments and you've got, hundreds, if not thousands of employees, but whatever. Okay. And then I was told that the online store, even though it was sold to me as a complete agenda, right? Now they're telling me that in order to have that, I have to revamp and upgrade my website. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was told I have unlimited pages that I can put on my website. And I don't need, to upgrade anything. And they're like, well, yeah, that was a little bit of a misunderstanding. And I was like, there is no misunderstanding. I went with the information, I molded over. I said no for the first 3 times until the package was provided to me where it was supposed to be, a perfect match. Now you're telling me that I can't even have that. So right now, I feel the frustration and I feel the disappointment. And it's more than just a monetary loss. It's more than just being let down by partners that you thought were working in conjunction with you. It's more that my followers, my subscribers, the people who genuinely need to have access to the information, to be given enlightenment through maybe inspirational quotes, because that's what was supposed to be on the store. Inspirational, agenda. So that no matter where you looked, you always had the ability to remember the value that you hold, right? And now they're saying, we'll get back to you. And I'm like, well, there's no way. What are you going to say? You're either going to give me what I paid for and adjust your, situation on your end, because after all, you should want to work partnership-wise, right, in a true form with whom you've customized relationships with. And or just refund my money and we'll call it a day, and there won't be any hard feelings or upsetment on my side, not in any way, because I realized that maybe this was something that might need some more time to cultivate. And apparently I need to learn how to implement, how to work a website, and how to increase or include the items in it in which I would like to have presented. So that's going to be my next task. So even if I have to implement all of this on my own, and I have to take and push my thought and my movement into a task I thought I paid for, that I thought was going to be provided to me in the manner in which it was laid out for me, then I guess I have to figure out how to do it. So if you've got any tips or any techniques that you can help me with along my journey, because I am 100%, well, actually, I'm 95% computer illiterate. I've gotten 5% under my belt when I came and started to utilize the phone and uploading videos and responding to, online things. You have to keep in mind that I came from a place and a time where if you wanted to send someone a message, you called them on the landline or you went to their house and you knocked on their door. Or you sent a letter in the mail and waited 3 days for the carrier to bring it to the recipient, and then another however long for them to reply back and mail it. So I come from a slower pace in time where technology certainly doesn't resemble the same as it does now. And it's a learning process for me. And I put it off to the side because writing my books and putting my inspiration and my insight out to the world to be able to utilize was way more valuable to me than, learning how to do something that would only frustrate me. And frustrate me in the beginning, because everything usually frustrates when you don't know what you're doing until you're able to connect your dots and see the picture that you're creating. And as far as my Google Knowledge panel, maybe I'll put a post up on YouTube or on all of the social platforms that I leave messages on that say, hi, I'm marketing and promoting myself. And my name is Wendy Joy. And I was born in this year. And I did this and I did that. And with your help or with my help, we could meet. We could actually become friends. Maybe even work together so that I can help you learn your value, your worth, and your position. Even though you probably know it, and I'm sure that you have this feeling inside of you about what brings light to you, right? What brings motion to your energy, what puts a flicker in your flame, so to speak. But not all the time do we actually, roll with what we know we can accomplish or we can have or achieve, because disappointment or frustration or dismay sometimes steps in the way. But I'm here to remind everybody that you're way bigger and better and more valuable than whatever tangible item that you may be trying to manifest. I know I am. I know I'm way, way more valuable to the collective by sharing daily the content, the guidance, the wisdom that I receive with every one of you, so that you too will have the same structure, the same platform where strength and courageousness, stability, and function and form are all flowing in and lifting and carrying you, your dream, your desire, and your forward motion to your highest destiny, where the achievement is already there. Because remember, we have access to unlimited timelines. It's the one that we resonate with that settles into place, the one that resonates with us when the time is right and the value could be given the most gain, and not just by one, but by the multitude. And when you're able to extend and reach the masses in majority, then you've gained the social platform that you're looking to bring into tangible flourishing. And in my mind, in my heart, and in my essence, I've already gained these things. And that's why it's frustrating to me to have to wait or be played with or, toyed with, if you will, when it comes down to allowing everyone else to be able to gain the value, the wisdom, and the uplifting insight from everything that I offer freely, that I've always offered. But now, when the time is right and the divine says that everything is in line and that there's no more wait, then that's when I will soon see the energy, and so will you, transform into a seeable, tangible item, or multiples, actually. There was supposed to be hoodies and t-shirts and baseball caps and keychains and glass tumblers and bags, beach bags and stickers and I don't even know, a bunch of other things. And it was all supposed to pass my name around to be able to offer the go-to place, if you will, for inspiration, for guidance, for remembrance, for recognition of self. And those were all part of the inspirational quotes. So I just gave them all to you. And although, as it stands right now today, they're not being printed on any type of merchandise, but the most impactful merchandise that I can provide is my words spread across the energy, across the atmosphere, the ethers, to land right when it needs to, right at your ears, touching your heart and filling you with added vibration so that my words can flicker your flame and provide to you the wisdom, the knowledge, and the insight, and to remember that you are much better, much more than whatever tangible thing. Because tangible things, they come and go. They don't always stay. It's how much life are you putting into what it is that you're doing. And being that you are the epitome of life, you're living and you're here. So by me sharing, by my energy, by my words, by my mindset, by my motivation, then you too have just as much as I, even if it's not written on a shirt. But we can always share the energy that we cultivate with others by smiling and lending loving light. And that can happen in any sort of way, because when you tell somebody the truth, that is loving light. If they don't accept it, if they can't understand it, if they're not ready to resonate with it, you still provided them love and light. You didn't do it to hurt them. You did it because you had their best interest at heart, or because you handled the situation the way you would have liked it to be handled, where regardless of what the bottom line is, the truth always sets you free. And there's never anything to hide when you live in the real world of truth. And everybody has their own version of truth. But really, you know what the truth is, and you know if you're misleading it or misguiding it. So when you share your truth, make sure that you share your real truth and not your colored in truth or your shaded truth or your missing certain parts truth. I've been receiving an awful lot of those things, and I've been transmuting them along the line. And I recognize and I see and I realize, because my energy doesn't lie to me, and your energy doesn't lie to you either. So trust in you, and then speak your truth, knowing that you are supported, that you are loved and encouraged. My collective, no matter where you find yourself, the energy of 1111 is following me still. And everywhere I look, I see 1111. Manifestations they're on the edge of falling into place. So don't give up. Don't let frustration switch you around. Just reground and come back to center, and remember and use your speech. Talk it out to the ethers, to the universe, to your spirit team, that you are still striving to receive all the recognition, the notoriety, the completion, the achievements of whatever the task, the endeavor, or the situation may be that you could currently find yourself in today. My lovely collective, I'm always sending love and light, encouraging, worth, remembrance, and insight. Love and light.